Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Women with Good Chat. I'm here with my very good friend, Pam.
Hello, Amanda.
How are you?
I'm good today, thank
You're
you.
looking particularly gorgeous today.
Ooh. Feeling a bit hot, actually. It's warm for September, so
It is.
there you go.
We have to enjoy this weather while we have it.
Yes, absolutely.
So speaking of warm weather in September, September is kind of like a new start, right? Start of
Yes.
school, it's a new
Yes.
school year. Often I think we think of September as the beginning.
Yes, I think so.
And in terms of the beginning and new things, we were going to discuss today goals,
Yes.
which would be
Yeah.
fitting for the beginning of school.
Yep.
Our school
Absolutely.
goals.
Yep, our school goals, our New Year goals.
So in keeping with that, it's kind of like things that we want to accomplish, or like short-term goals, long-term goals, how they work into our framework, our day-to-day lives, and how we see that kind of panning out.
Yes, absolutely. And I think, lots of people set goals in January for the new year, but certainly for me, because I spent so many years in school, when I start feeling that fall weather, that's when I start thinking about new projects.
Yeah.
I start thinking about, time passing, the summer being over, and time kind of to get down to work. How does that sound? Time to get down to work on doing something new.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great time to set goals.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Yes.
So what is your goal, your current goal?
Well, my current goal came up over the summer, and it came because I've been doing a bit of thinking, bit of researching about how I am going to keep this very active brain active and healthy as I go into retirement. As we've talked about in our other sessions, I'm no longer working at my career. It was a career which really used a lot of brain power. I had to be constantly learning things, reading, etc. I'm not doing that much of that anymore. And that does worry me a bit, because I know as we age, it is super important that we keep all of those faculties going. So one of the things I saw in my research was that learning a new language is a really excellent way of keeping your brain sharp. It creates new pathways. It requires concentration. It certainly requires memory,
Yes.
right? Use of your memory,
Yes.
which is something that I'm certainly noticing is going a bit. So that is what I've decided is going to be my goal, and I'm actually going back to school to do it. I'm going to do that.
And it's September.
And
So
it's
how
September,
fitting is
so
that?
there you go. I need
This
my
episode was tailor-made
it
for
was
you.
tailor-made, and so for many years, of course, beginning of September, you took your kids to Staples and what other buying.
Yeah.
I'll have to have my kids take me to Staples and buy me all the notebooks I want, my new knapsack. But yeah, I decided to do this not online, but rather to sign up for a night course through the Toronto School Board, and they're continuing, I think they call it Learning for Life program. So, and actually go to a classroom, sit down in a classroom, take notes, be with people. And I think all of that is going to be good for me, rather than trying to do it at home by myself on a computer. I'm going to give the going back to class a try. So that's my goal. And the course runs from September until December.
Perfect.
So we'll have to plan a check-in and see how it's going.
Yeah, so we'll conduct the entire episode in Italian.
Yes, absolutely. And
Mine
you can cook.
mine will be fake
You will
Italian.
cook. You can cook us something Italian. And we'll get a good Chianti and off we'll go.
So a funny side note, well, maybe not so funny, but we have a lovely, lovely neighbor next door who's lived, I think, in his home for 55 years. He's Italian, originally from southern Italy. And he speaks beautiful English, but obviously has an Italian accent that goes along with it. And when Graham goes and speaks with him next door, he speaks with an Italian accent, which is a little inappropriate. But luckily, Luigi finds it very
funny.
amusing.
Okay, all right. There you go. Okay.
So when we do our episode, you will speak
you'll
Italian,
speak Italian,
and I
will
will speak faux Italian.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes,
Okay,
very,
there you go.
very,
There
very
you go.
funny.
So that's
Well, I love your goal. I think that's amazing. And I have to say that I would also love, I've thought about taking up a language. I used to speak a little bit of Spanish when I was younger because my mom spoke German, English, Spanish, and French.
Wow.
And I would love to sort of hone my skills in Spanish again, but I'm a little afraid. And I think it is the memorization that I'm a little concerned about.
I think that is going to be hard for me. I mean, I've started a little bit with the Duolingo app, and I certainly take more time to remember the things than I once would have. I'm not going to say that I should. I'm trying not to get onto that. But, you know, if I think about, you know, if my kids were doing the Duolingo with me, they wouldn't take, 19 tries to learn how to spell arrivederci, right? They'd get that the first time. I'm like 19 times later.
Yeah, your pronunciation will be very fun.
Arrivederci. So there you go. I think Italian's a forgiving pronunciation. I think it just needs enthusiasm, though.
Yeah, the French are.
It's not going to have the French whole snotty. Oh, they were going to get the French. Yeah. Anyway, I think, and that's one of the reasons, honestly, I took Italian, because I think the exuberance of it.
You just have to do this.
The exuberance of it. My natural loudness will be appreciated in Italy.
It's kind of like learning and cardio because you're going to use your hands a lot.
I'm going to use my hands
yeah,
anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so completely shifting the other
yes,
way.
Your goals.
My goals, continuing goals, but I am kind of accomplishing some of them a bit, is general health and wellness. So as I approach 16, that's coming very, very shortly. I want to be in the best physical shape that I can be so that once I finally do stop working, whenever that's going to be, I can actually enjoy myself. We were talking about hiking today. I want to be able to do that on holidays. I want to be able to take up tennis again when I have more free time. If we move to Collingwood, I want to be able to ski more and all those kinds of things. So I want to be in great shape to do that.
Right. Absolutely.
So what I have been doing is picking up my walking, and not just getting in steps, but actually walking, 8.5 to 9 kilometer miles.
Great.
Per minute, 9 kilometers per minute mile. No, not per
That's
minute.
fast.
Fast. Yeah, I'm doing 9 kilometers in 1 minute.
No, that's a fast. That's a good pace.
So it's a 9-minute kilometer.
No, that's
and weight training and all those good things. And then also, I would like to look as good as I can. So just doing little things along the way to try and keep my skin in the best condition. And so I've been trying different products, retinol, vitamin C, stuff like that. And I'm actually going to do my first chemical peel ever, a very light one because it scares the crap out of me. But it is supposed to help with like dryness and fine lines a little bit. So I'm going to do that in a couple of weeks.
Okay. All right.
And I will be very red afterwards.
And you can't go out in the sun.
No
for a
sun.
while. No sun. Okay.
No sun.
So you're going to get on the big glass. You'll be like the movie star look. You'll have the thing on, the big glasses, the hat. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. There you go. Good.
So
Good.
with your learning of Italian, your 3-month course, is there a trip to Italy in the works?
Well, one thing certainly that is on my bucket list is taking an extended trip somewhere in Europe for a few months. And I've always wanted to do that. I was not somebody who had a sabbatical year. I kind of went right through university, right into working. So that actually is something that sits in the back of my mind as something I've wanted to do. So, and certainly Italy would be a beautiful place to do that if that ever becomes, if that time clears. Yes, that was when I thought about which language. I mean, I have some French. I did work at learning French quite a bit of my life. Was only mildly successful with it. But that certainly would have been the most natural one to pick up. But in fact, France is not somewhere that I have huge yearning to spend time. So, and Italy is. So that's the other reason that I think Italian seems to be a bit more phonetic also. So it seems to be perhaps a bit easier. But yes, absolutely. That is one reason why I picked Italian. Could have picked Spanish also, but the times I've spent in Italy have been amazing. So maybe that is in the cards. It's
Well,
not in the cards. Let's put it that way.
Well, we have a mutual friend who would like to plan their 65th in Italy.
Yes. Oh, that's true. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I've
So-
got. There you go.
There you go.
There
And
you
I'll learn Spanish, and then I can speak Spanish, and you can speak Italian, and we'll see how that works out.
We'll see how that.
That's all
there
I
you
learned,
go.
so
There you go. Now, do you have some ways of measuring your goals? When we talk about goals, I don't know how I'm going to measure my goal. I mean, right now I'm thinking I'm going to participate as fully as I can. But how about you? Is there a sense that you have a end point?
Well,
in some
I
of
mean,
this?
one of the sort of very rudimentary ways to measure part of it is weight. And I know you're not supposed to weigh yourself or not
No,
all
well-
the time, but when I'm lighter, my back hurts less.
Yes.
I just perform better. So
Absolutely, yeah.
I do weigh myself. So currently down 30 pounds.
Oh,
And
congratulations!
it's taken me a year. Thank you.
That's,
So I
that's
started
a very responsible.
September last year.
That's a very responsible
Yeah.
rate of weight loss.
So
right?
very small
responsible.
things that I've eliminated. Happy to chat about it if anyone's interested. But it's eliminating small things and not eliminating too many things all at once, because you're setting yourself up for failure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Another thing is I've got this handy dandy watch.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I can measure myself, all my heart rate and my distance and my speed when I walk. And of course it keeps all the history of everything.
Right.
And then it maps out how you're progressing.
Great.
So I
Great.
find that so amazing because I love to track progress.
Right.
And
right.
it lets me know when I have to pick things
Right.
up. But it
Right.
also lets me know that, hey, I'm doing a good job and I feel
Right.
good about that. So,
Right.
and then in terms of weights, really, it's you want to keep progressing, obviously, and lifting heavier weight is great for cardio, and it also is just good for your physique, your body structure, your strength. So the more I can lift and the more reps I can do at a higher weight, then I know that I'm progressing.
So kind of so focusing on progress as opposed to necessarily end goals.
Yes.
Right. Which is good. Right.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense. Right.
Yeah,
Because-
and I try and follow various people on like TikTok or Instagram that have videos and that have sort of had their own goals and met their own goals, especially women our age.
Yes, yes.
And
Yeah.
I always find that very inspirational. So I follow them and then kind of see where I'm at in terms of what their their goals and plans are for progression. So
Great.
that I find very
That's
helpful.
great. And that's good, because oftentimes when we think about social media and things like that, we think about it in the negative, right? That it's something that is causing us to compare ourselves unfavorably with others.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be that. And again, maybe that's some of the wisdom we bring to it now, right? We
Well,
choose
exactly.
those places that inspire and encourage as opposed to those places which don't.
Exactly. And
Right.
there's just so much information on social media. There's obviously a lot of garbage, but there's a lot of really good information, and it's quick and concise, which I really like. I don't want to watch a long drawn out thing. I want information. I want someone to follow along. And if there's some inspiration along the way, I'm all about it. But there's definitely stuff on social media that I think some of our younger people follow and feel the pressure
Yes.
from.
I understand that.
Which is
yeah.
not amazing.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're going to check back in, right? And
Yes.
see how we're doing.
Absolutely.
And-
Maybe early January. Why don't we set that as a goal?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Should we cheers to that?
Cheers to checking in early January.
Sounds good. And good luck with your goals.
Yes.
And as always, drop us a line in the comments. We want to hear what you think. If you have goals that you're looking to accomplish, we'd love to hear about it and see how you're doing.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you next time on Women with Good Chat.
Chat soon.
See you later.